Cyprus, the island of sun and legend, has always been more than a dot on the map of the eastern Mediterranean. It is a place where mythology and history blend so seamlessly that every stretch of coast and every mountain path feels like part of a grand tale. For thousands of years, travelers have come to its shores, from ancient merchants to modern wanderers, each discovering something that ties the island's beauty to the greater story of civilization itself. According to Greek mythology, Cyprus is the birthplace of Aphrodite, the goddess of love and beauty. The story tells that she emerged from the foaming sea at a spot near Paphos where a great rock still juts out of the water. That rock is known today as Aphrodite's Rock, and visitors still swim around it, believing the ancient promise that doing so will bring eternal youth and love. Legends like these gave Cyprus an aura of magic in the ancient world. But beyond mythology, the island's true story is one of resilience and cultural fusion. Archaeological finds show that people have lived in Cyprus for nearly 10,000 years. One of the most remarkable sites is Commandaria, where early settlers built round stone houses clustered in tight-knit communities. Here, long before the pyramids of Egypt, families grew crops, raised animals, and laid the foundation for a society that would thrive for centuries. With the Bronze Age came copper, and Cyprus became famous across the ancient world for its rich deposits. The island's very name became linked to the metal. The Latin word for copper, cuprium, comes from Cyprium, meaning metal of Cyprus. Traders from the Aegean, Mesopotamia, and Egypt all sailed here to acquire the resource that fueled tools, weapons, and wealth. Where there was wealth, there were conquerors. The Mycenaean Greeks established settlements around 1400 BCE, spreading language, religion, and culture that would define the Cypriot identity. Assyrians, Egyptians, and Persians followed, each leaving their imprint, yet the Greek spirit endured. By the time Alexander the Great swept across the known world in the 4th century BC, Cyprus was already deeply tied to Hellenistic traditions, its cities filled with temples, theaters, and markets that looked toward Greece for inspiration. The Romans claimed Cyprus in 58 BCE, ushering in a new era of prosperity. Roads were laid across the island, villas rose with intricate mosaic floors, and amphitheaters echoed with performances. Paphos, already sacred to Aphrodite, flourished as a center of worship and trade. Cyprus also became one of the first regions to hear the teachings of Christianity. Paul the Apostle and Barnabas, who was himself a Cypriot, preached on the island, making it one of the earliest Christian strongholds. This faith would become a cornerstone of Cypriot life, carried forward through centuries of upheaval. When the Roman Empire split, Cyprus fell under Byzantine rule, and for nearly 1,000 years it remained a bastion of Christianity at the edge of shifting empires. Fortresses guarded its coasts, while in the Troodos Mountains, monks painted churches with vivid frescoes, many of which survive today as UNESCO treasures. The Byzantines weathered Arab raids and internal struggles, but Cyprus always retained its role as a crossroads of faith and culture. The Crusades brought a new chapter. Richard the Lionheart, King of England, conquered Cyprus in 1191 during his journey to the Holy Land. He quickly sold it to the Knights Templar, and soon the island was ruled by the French Lusignan dynasty. Castles like Colossi and St. Hilarion still stand as reminders of this medieval age, when knights, nobles, and merchants mingled in the island's bustling ports. In the 15th century, the Venetians took control, fortifying cities against the growing threat of the Ottoman Turks. Massive stone walls still surround Nicosia and Famagusta, their bastions a testament to Venetian engineering. The Ottomans captured Cyprus in 1571, and for over 3 centuries the island lived under their rule. Mosques replaced some churches, Turkish culture blended with Greek traditions, and the island's population became a tapestry of different communities. Yet the Greek Orthodox Church continued to play a central role, not only in faith but in preserving language and identity through centuries of foreign rule. By the late 19th century, global politics once again shifted Cyprus's fate. The British Empire took administrative control in 1878. Later annexing it during World War I under British rule, Cyprus modernized, with new schools, railways, and administrative systems, but tension brewed between Greek Cypriots, who dreamed of union with Greece, and Turkish Cypriots, who resisted it. The mid-20th century brought independence movements, violence, and eventually the birth of the Republic of Cyprus in 1960. But peace was fragile. In 1974, a coup, backed by Greek nationalists, led to a Turkish invasion, dividing the island into a Greek Cypriot south and a Turkish Cypriot north. To this day, Cyprus remains divided. Nicosia, the only capital city in the world, split by a United Nations buffer zone. Yet, despite its divisions, Cyprus thrives as a nation with a proud identity and remarkable resilience. It is a member of the European Union, a hub of tourism, and a land where culture, history, and natural beauty meet. Modern Cyprus is known not only for its political complexities, but also for its warmth, hospitality, and vibrant traditions that endure across communities. Beyond history and politics, Cyprus astonishes with its landscapes. The beaches of Aja, Napa, and Proteras shimmer with turquoise waters, attracting sunseekers from across the globe. The Troodos Mountains, cool and green, offer hiking trails, waterfalls, and ski slopes in winter. Villages like Omotos and Lefkara preserve traditional crafts, lace-making, winemaking, and silverwork passed down through generations. The Okamus Peninsula remains one of the Mediterranean's last great wilderness areas, home to sea turtles that lay their eggs on golden sands. Cultural life in Cyprus beats to the rhythm of music, dance, and food. Festivals fill the calendar. From wine celebrations to Easter processions, Cypriot cuisine tells its own story. Halloumi cheese grilled to perfection, meze platters overflowing with olives, hummus, grilled meats, and sweets like laukomades and baklava. Sharing food in Cyprus is more than eating. It is hospitality itself, a ritual of welcome and connection. There are also countless surprising facts about this island. Cyprus is home to one of the world's oldest wines, Commandaria, produced for more than 5,000 years and once praised by Richard the Lion. The island also houses some of the oldest water wells ever discovered, dating back 9,000 years. It is one of the few countries where cars drive on the left, a legacy of British rule. And though small, Cyprus is incredibly biodiverse. With over 1,900 species of plants, many found nowhere else in the world. What makes Cyprus so enchanting is not only its layered history, but its ability to carry that history into the present. In Nicosia, a visitor can stand on a medieval Venetian wall, walk past Ottoman mosques, visit Byzantine churches, and sip coffee in a modern European cafe, all within the same afternoon. In Paphos, Roman mosaics depict gods and heroes, while just down the road, waves crash against the mythic rock of Aphrodite. In the Troodos Mountains, villagers gather in stone courtyards to share stories and music as they have for centuries. Every corner of Cyprus is a meeting point between past and present. To speak of Cyprus is to speak of contrasts. It is both ancient and modern, divided yet united by culture, small in size but immense in history. It is a land that has endured conquests, wars, and political struggles, yet has never lost its identity as a place of beauty, resilience, and hospitality. Perhaps that is why Aphrodite, goddess of love, was said to have chosen it as her birthplace. For there is something irresistible about Cyprus, something that draws people in and never quite lets them go. Today, as travelers wander through its towns and villages, hike its mountain trails, or swim in its turquoise seas, they become part of the island's ongoing story. Like the traders of old, they carry with them memories of a land that has always stood at the crossroads of the world, an island of myth, history, and hidden wonders.